Hi folks, rubbish day in London today, so I just done one for Patreon. I called it a late after a late spring shower. That's what we've got at the moment. But it's not cold, it's reasonably mild, but I just changed the seasons. It's that sort of day, so I've got what's left of my cup of tea. I'll wet the paper all over. Let's just clean that brush. Right, let's use that hake. I'll wet the paper. This is £90 paper, smooth, not hot pressed. Okay, we'll put a coat, the usual. I'm not a buildings man, as you know. I do the simple building. I had a year painting Venice impressions. I got sick of doing buildings. Alright, let's put in a. We'll have a bit of red in the sky, I think. Low down, just a tint. My idea of a graduated wash. The board's about 30 degrees, it's quite ideal. And let's have grey sky, grey and light red. Let's see what that looks like. A bit of blue in that, I think, over the top. Now I want that bit heavier overhead. Right, okay, that's my idea of a sky. Now, I've been doing this for a long time, and it might not show, but you can do your own skies. But this is my way of showing an effective impressionist sky. It's a sky you'll see many days. Just an overcast day, warm backlit. But showery, because you can see the water now is just coming down the page a little bit. I'm going to give that a dry now. It will dry lighter. So fast forward or take your headphones off. Ready? Go. Well, there we are. That's quite a reasonable sky in my book. Now we want to put some background trees and stuff in. I want to get a pond in here, if I remember. But I'm going to keep the palette limited, maybe to Payne's Grey, burnt sienna, bit of blue maybe. Don't want to use all the colours. Oh, there they are. Right, so sort of a Norfolk type. Let's put in a bit of distance, so a bit of Payne's Grey, just a bit of bit of Payne's grey. Let's go. Right, okay. I'm going to dry that before I don't want to go cauliflower, so I'll give that a dry. So headphones off again. Okay. Right, now we'll put in a bit of background now, bit of warmer, slightly warmer stuff, bit of burnt sienna. A bit more warm in there, maybe. So my main colours now are going to be, I think, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. A bit warmer. When these dry, I can put a bit of detail in, or illusion of detail, I think. Lovely little brush. You've got to watch the corner as well of it, and it's a very, very light touch, very light, just feather. Now we'll put in a bit of dark. Let's add a little bit of green to that. I think so. A bit of Payne's grey and a bit of cad yellow. Fairly dry. Okay, now we'll put in a bit of dry brush. So this would be after a showery one, I think. Clearing showers or storm. Bit of dark in there. Vary. So I'm leaving lots of open ground here because I want that to be an impression of very wet landscape, which we have plenty of in the UK at the moment. A lot of floods. Right, more water on the brush. Now we get more detail in the foreground. Burnt sienna is very fresh, as is this. In other words, I've just squeezed it out onto the palette. Right, let's get in a bit of hard, bushy stuff in the foreground here. Bit of Payne's grey. Right, I'll put a bit of reflection in. Right, okay, now that's drying off in the background. I'll give the whole lot a dry, then I can carry on to a finish. I wasted Saturday morning for my own stupidity. I'll tell you about that in a moment. We got a call from somebody purporting to be from Amazon Prime saying that our account was an attempt on taking money out of it to the tune of £78. Well, long story short, I haven't got an Amazon account or an Amazon Prime account. My daughter has, and we're one on her preferred list of viewers, free viewers. But it was so convincing, and there were two people on this. There was the technician. Anyway, I went through following various operations on my laptop. I was a bit suspicious because it was that they thought I had a Prime account, but I thought, well, let's go along with it, and I did, and stupidly but thankfully, my daughter is she works for a American cybersecurity company, and is an expert on this sort of stuff. And said, as soon as I phoned her, said, "Dad, they're criminals. You've been hacked. You haven't got a Prime account." I said, "I know," but I feel very stupid. But anyway, she came over, and 3 hours time, new passwords, clean the computers, and we're okay. So beware, anybody phoning up pretending to be from Amazon, it'd be a scam. But very convincing. Now, I'm of an age where we get easily hoodwinked. I like doing this. I think the paper's still a bit wet. just using palette grey. Very useful colour. Mud. If you want mud, it's on your palette. Oh, there you are, mud. Okay, let's get some foreground stuff now. It's not too dissimilar to what I've just done for Patreon. If you like what I do, folks, you can always support me on Patreon. I don't charge a lot for it, and I've got over 400 videos on it, and it's a way of helping to pay for the channel and my expenses, but not compulsory, of course. But what you put up, bring down. I know I say it all the time, it's pretty obvious, but it's just creating an impression of a lot going on. Let's get one a bit thicker than that, maybe, just like a scrubby tree. Get one here. This brush doesn't hold a lot of water anymore. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. That's so there we are, that'll do. It's quite insipid, but we've got the colorisation, the aerial procession. We've got cool colours in the background coming forward into this more burnt sienna. But that's fine, I'm quite happy. It's an exercise, a tutorial on impressionist painting in watercolour, but impressionist landscape, because that's all I do. And very quickly done, by my standards anyway. So there we are, so I'll put that on it. So after a spring storm, after spring storm, that looks pretty, we could have need to put some reflections in of that, didn't we? Of those trees. Ooh, forgot that. So let's just a little bit of grey. Right, that's better. Well, maybe a little bit more. Okay, that'll do. Let's put the mounts back, and then I'll photograph it out of the mount, bung it on Facebook, and all my paintings go on my Facebook page, my Dave Usher artist page. There's a link to it on all the videos, and I've got a lot of paintings for sale on Etsy. I must add some more. See? Well, I hope you enjoy that one, folks. Thanks for looking. Bye bye.